1986, I started working for Sandvik Special Metals Corporation. They're located here in Kennewick, and they make titanium tubing for aircraft, among other industries. And Clyde was already working there at the time when I came to join Sandvik. I'm a titanium metallurgist. Clyde was head of sales for the titanium products at the time. So I started working with Clyde, and we worked together on a number of different projects.
I started out in 1985 working for a company over in Albany, Oregon. The largest product they manufactured over there was these tube hollows, which is the 3 2.5, 3 aluminum 2.5 vanadium tube hollows. I was the sales engineer for the titanium product line. Clyde's knowledge and history with the material was very important to me because there was very few people within our company that had that sort of understanding. And it was a guy that I could call if I had a question. He was a wealth of knowledge in that area.
Clyde is really deserving of this award. He's been in the industry for a long, long time, a lot longer than I have. One of the really unique things about Clyde is, so he's a salesman, and I'm an engineer. And any engineer will tell you, if they're telling the truth, that all engineers look down upon non-technical people. And it's true, and I'm no different than anyone. But one of the things I soon learned about Clyde was that even though he was in sales, he knew the technical aspects of the tubing. And so Clyde had the unique ability is that he could talk to aircraft engineers, he could talk to purchasing people, he could talk to QA people, he could talk to upper management in other companies and be equally at home talking to any of them. One of the things Clyde and I worked on in aerospace hydraulic tubing. This is made out of the Ti 3 2.5 alloy. And so we would meet at various companies, whether Boeing, Airbus, various companies like that throughout the US and Europe. And we used to put on seminars that talked about how the tubing was made, what the properties of it, how the tubing was used. We educated, I would say, a lot of people, engineers and as well as purchasing people, upper management in different aircraft companies throughout the world on what could be achieved by using this enhanced tubing.
He would always take a leave behind with him, and that leave behind was short. It was like 4 or 5 pages, then it turned to 16 pages, and eventually the first one in 1984, I believe, it was 54 pages, and it turned into the engineering guide for titanium 3 2.5 tubulars.
And this is a pretty comprehensive book that talks about everything about the 3 2.5 alloy, its properties, its history, specifications, how it's used. And it was published in 1990, but it's still in use today.
His advocacy of the 3 2.5 really expanded the use of it to where it is today. It is the premier hydraulic tubing material.
Clyde had the tenaciousness to be able to put through the development and then manufacturing and bring in customers so that sales for all of the companies that he worked with through the years could have very good sales.
He knew his product, he knew it well, because he helped develop it. So that was critical for him, important for him. But he had a good sense of humor. That big smile he had, and he's always had a big smile. This is a guy that you could count on. He was successful in helping develop this material. He was an advocate for the material. He also had a love for it too. He fell in love with it. And I think that's critical, is if you like your job, you love what you're doing, and you do it well, it's great. Whenever I hear somebody talk about 3 2.5 or hydraulic tubing, Clyde Forney's name comes to my mind right away. I mean, he was the guy.